embrace the gray? Honestly, if I were to get to that point, it would basically mean that I'd given up on life. So how do I keep my hair looking young? Do I use pills, trendy bar soaps, a solution, or old-fashioned coloring? Can you guess? So I've tried them all, and I'll reveal which one helps me block the grays and drop 20 years from my look almost instantly. Are you ready to turn back the clock with me and regain your youthful confidence? Hey. Thanks for coming by. I'm Dave, and these are my adventures to find the fountain of youth and grow younger every day. Today's journey is about hair color. I get that you have to first have hair, and so this adventure may not apply to all of us. And I'll visit my own hair loss story and secrets to keeping hair in another video adventure soon. But back to point. The gray hair just screams I'm older to me. And I comprehend that gray hair may be an advantage for some of us in our career or even fit our individuality. But there's no reason for me not to tone down the gray some. Just looking in the mirror and seeing less gray seems to give me more energy. So how do I do it? And what have I tried? When I first started discovering my own grays, I found out there are literally hundreds of methods, formulas, and scams to try. And I've had experience with three most common: the pills, the soaps, and the dyes. Now, I've tried a couple of different brands of the pills. These wonderful little things. And not only did they do nothing for me, they were a cold failure in my opinion. And it seems from the comments online that these tend not to work for many people. And when they do work, there are other issues. One of these issues is the lack of scientific evidence. Most hair color pills lack solid studies proving their effectiveness, and limited research to support such claims are often funded by the company making the pill. Results of any can sometimes take months to appear, and that would lead to frustration. And even then, many users report seeing little to no change in hair color. Now, these pills focus more on prevention, not reversal. And so many pills claim they're designed more for preventing future graying rather than reversing existing graying. That means the user could be roped into taking pills for years while their natural graying occurs, and thus they could be throwing away thousands of dollars only in later years to discover the pill did not work for them. Not to mention some possible compounded safety issues. Did someone call for Safety Dave? Oh, hi, Safety Dave. We were talking about hair-colored pills. I am Safety Dave, here to give the safety details. Well, yes, hair-colored pills have the risk of side effects, like stomach upset, allergic reactions, or interactions with other medications. And currently, there are no available long-term studies to evaluate issues like side effects or reduced liver or kidney function. So back to you. And another issue with these pills are the marketing hype. As a consumer, I know I'm always looking for quick, give me the results now thing, which is exactly why I bought the pills and tried it. And companies know this, and often they use exaggerated claims and testimonials to sell the products, trying to make a quick buck before they disappear or hide in their foreign country. Even the FTC has filed claims against 3 well-known pill makers for citing fake studies that simply did not exist. Many of the testimonials posted online are actually from a placebo effect. Some users may believe they're seeing improvement simply because they expect to and not because the pills work. And I've also tried a couple of the soap bars. I thought these were ridiculous. The soap bars contain such a low level of pigment that they barely change the color of any gray hair. Well, you're all used to seeing me with dark hair. I am naturally a dirty blonde. And these soap bars wouldn't even bring back a color that light. One brand did a great job of stripping the remaining hair color I had, leaving me with patchy, streaky appearance. And another brand did a great job of coloring the white bathtub, but nothing for my hair. The fact that I would need to use these bars every day seemed certain that it would lead to brittle, dry hair, which at my age could turn into permanent hair loss. I won't be going back to try another bar brand anytime soon. So that brings us to number 3, solutions and dyes. And this is the choice that I found works best for me. But there are safety issues that I have to be aware of. The first thing I need to be aware of is that there is a potential for an allergic reaction to the hair dye. Many people grab the box and forget to do the safety test. Don't be that guy. Now, I learned the hard way that the allergy test for dyes needs to be done every time. I was using a L'Oreal product for about 6 months, and then all of a sudden, one application, my head felt like it was on fire. I had developed an allergy to one of its ingredients. And I really liked the easy applicator bottle that it came with. It was simple to use. Unfortunately, I had to return to the other brand I had been using. The allergy test is simple. It only takes 5 minutes. The instructions may have you place the different ingredients on your wrist for a few minutes and wait to see if a rash develops. After all, a little itching or burning on the wrist is far better than the entire head. Just remember what happened to me. Just because you're good with it today doesn't mean you won't develop a reaction in the future. Another issue with the dye is the risk of staining. So I want to make sure everything is covered and protected where I'm applying the color. And another issue not to forget is that some of the dye will continue to wash out of my hair over the next few days. So I could potentially stain sinks and floors from the wet hair even the day after I've colored. I try to always use a high-quality shampoo when washing my colored hair. And some users or their spouse, like mine, find the scent of the product unpleasant, even though it's ammonia-free. With my coarse gray hair and the rate of speed that it grows, I have to color often. Now, there's a huge number of brands available for solution and dyes. With some, you can control how much gray you want to keep or remove. And for me, I'm all in. Get rid of it all. So I'm always going to pick the dye that covers it all. Now, my first choice was the L'Oreal product that I love. And that's because it has this really easy mixer bottle attached with a brush applicator. But as I mentioned, I can't use it due to my allergic reaction to it. So that leaves me with the second choice, which is nearly as good and probably the most popular on the market, and it's rightfully called Just for Men hair color. The product is designed for easy application, making it accessible for do-it-yourself beginners, allowing for quick use at home, and the product's available in a range of shades formulated to blend with my natural hair color, avoiding an overly dyed appearance. And it's affordable. You've probably noticed that up to this point, I've left out mention of a salon treatment. And I have had my hair colored more than a dozen times at a salon. But $8 versus $80 and needing this every 10 days, well, the cost of the salon can add up pretty quickly. And Just for Men offers professional-looking results if you do it right and use some of my secrets. You are coloring your hair wrong if you're not using my 4 secrets. Let me show you a few tricks that I use to help me get that salon look. And I do it all in about 10 minutes time. So secret number 1, grab the Vaseline or KY jelly. That's this stuff right here. And massage a bit of it into the skin around the edges of the hairline. I do this to help dilute any dye that might accidentally get on the skin, and that helps prevent the staining while I'm applying the color. And I keep a small brush. I usually use the one included in Just for Men's beard color package. I'll pour a small amount of the dye into the tray, load it on the brush, and use that to color the hair around the hairline and the back of the neck and sides, and behind the ears, where it might be harder otherwise to pour the mixture. My third secret is to avoid using conditioner on my hair for the first 2 washes. Many hair conditioners will actually strip the color out of your hair, so there's a catch-22 here of keeping the hair color versus keeping the hair conditioned. The balance that works best for me is to wait until the 3rd wash before I use conditioner, and then I use only a small amount and rinse it right away. Sometimes there still may be small stains on the skin, and this is where I use these color killer wipes, and they will help remove any stain along the hairline or other places on the skin. So here we are, my top options for ditching the gray and dropping 20 years from my look. Remember, the best choice depends on your personal preferences, hair type, career, and lifestyle. And first, forget the pills, they just don't work. The bar soap, well, it's too much trouble and a mess. So, Just for Men and L'Oreal are my number 1 and 2 go-to hair color methods. And remember my 4 hair coloring secrets. Protect the hairline with KY jelly or Vaseline. Use a small brush to color the hairline hairs, and avoid conditioner for the first 2 washes. And of course, use the color wipes to remove stains from your skin after the first wash. So, whether you're 99 years young or 31 years old, you're valued and you're loved and you're my fellow human being. And you can look young too. So what coloring secrets work for you? Let me and others following this journey know by liking this video and commenting.